I still never found anyone on the app.
Your mum is disgusting. She's actually worse than Drake. I hate when people say that.
Yeah,
Not too much. Go and find less. Hi, I'm May and welcome to OP Said. Today's episode is slightly different because we've got some scary stories for you guys to support Halloween. But outside of that, the stories are, as usual, wild, interesting and a bit insane.
I'm Marie.
And I'm Mel. And if you didn't know, we actually do the most varied Reddit stories, from work dramas to relationships to family. We've got it all. So let's begin. Okay, so first story comes from Am I the Arsehole? Am I the arsehole for refusing to tell my mum, who told me her husband isn't my dad? I, 16 female, always wondered why my dad treated me differently to my siblings, 15 female, 12 male and 11 male. Even though me and my sister are just over a year apart in age, he would love her and was super supportive of her and her interests. He was her cheerleader when she needed one, and he made sure to be there for all her plays. He's the same with my brothers, but he's never been to any of my recitals. He never showed any interest in the stuff I like. Whenever I went to him for cheering up, he brushed me off, and he spoiled my siblings by buying them toys, candies, or whatever, but he never got that stuff for me. When mum wasn't home, I was either pushed to sleep at a friend's house or a family member's house, or he'll do a movie night or game night with my siblings and told me to stay in my room.
Hey.
I cried to my mum so many times about it, and he told me he treated me that way because we were the most alike and we butted heads. But I never fought him or disagreed with him. I never got the time with him to do any of that. So when a relative told me a couple of months ago that he's not my dad, my mum was seeing him and my bio dad. Dad knew about my bio dad and said he wasn't going to keep sharing her, so mum chose him, and then when she found out about me, he said that she could keep me regardless, but if I wasn't his, he wanted a kid of his own. They DNA tested me and I'm not his, so my sister was born so close to me because of the promise.
Whoa.
After hearing the truth and seeing proof, I confronted my parents. He told me now that I knew, I could start calling him Drake instead of Dad.
Whoa.
My mum has asked me every day, sometimes multiple times a day, who told me. She was pestered by several family members, to be honest, and she had no idea which of them said something, and I refused to tell. Even if it was disrespectful to do it behind her back, I'm glad I found out now.
Whoa.
It also opened up the truth that I had no college savings like my siblings. And Drake doesn't want me to stay a day after my 18th birthday. He said I was never his, he never loved me, and he wants at least 1 year of just his family. All my mum cares about is finding out who. She tried to ground me and she told me I needed to say because nobody should tell kids stuff like this without a parent knowing and being there. No. She said hiding who they are also makes them shitty because they are encouraging a minor to keep stuff from a parent intentionally to avoid consequences for the person. Am I the arsehole?
No. What about the parent that's keeping stuff from the child? Are they not the arsehole? No? I feel sorry for OP. I really do. They deserve better. And the fact that the mum is only concerned about who ratted her out, which is what it is, as opposed to how her child feels knowing the new news, says a lot. OP, it's so sad. It's so sad that to hear that she's in that predicament. But her best bet, honestly, is just leaving when she turns 18 somehow, some way, because her mum's not on her side. Her stepdad hates her or is indifferent to her. I feel sorry for her. It doesn't seem like she has any adult that she can turn to. That's tragic. That's really sad. But she's not the arsehole. The answer is no. She's not the arsehole at all.
No, she's not the arsehole, but I think her dad needs to be beaten up though. Like, that stepdad is horrible. But the person to blame here is the mum.
Yep.
For me, because she's allowed the stepdad to treat her in such a way that she's been neglected. She's been an outsider in her family. And every time she came over to the mum to be comforted, the mum brushed it off basically. And I don't even think that the stepdad really even made an effort to even disguise that he didn't like her throughout her childhood. I think it was plain to see. But yeah, like Melinda said, she needs to leave. She needs to leave after.
But do you know what it is?
If she can live with a parent, like another person, and that'd be great. Like, 'cause she's got another family member that she can probably live with after a while, that would be good.
Yeah, I would encourage that because honestly, it's not a good place for her to be in. She's not protected. Like, no one cares for her in that family. And that's why I'm like, she needs to leave. He said he doesn't want to see her day after her 18th birthday. That's disgusting. Like, she needs to seek accommodation elsewhere because that family does not care for her. And the fact that it was okayed, like, to be iced out, to be separated, neglected. And now that the truth is out, no one seems to care about her feelings about it at all.
No,
the
they're
stepdad,
free.
yeah, the stepdad is like, well, I'm glad you know now. And the mum's like, who said it? Who told you? Tell me the truth. And hiding behind lies about, tell me the truth because it's bad that that person's encouraging lies. What about you, the owner of said lie? Like, you don't think it's bad that you didn't tell the child that needed to know? No one cares about her at all. It's sad.
Do you know what? This story is so heartbreaking. I don't think that OP is the arsehole. It's the mum that's the arsehole, and so is Drake.
The name Drake is
I know, it's crazy.
Drake. Maybe there's something in that. I feel so sorry for OP. Yeah, bits of that story is really familiar with my own story. So I really felt for OP. I want her to never reveal who that relative is.
Same.
I want that to be the thing that terrorizes them until the day they die.
Yep.
I think that they deserve that. I think they have single-handedly caused generational trauma for this particular person. She's 16 years old. She's never felt wanted, and it's horrible. And I'm guessing that her siblings aren't necessarily helping the situation because, you know, they're fine. They're not missing any love, attention or want at all. So it's a terrible situation. But you know what I would do? I would create a plan. I would ask the mum for my bio dad's details and try and see if she can actually connect with him. If it's possible, it's not necessarily guaranteed. And then she's 16, so she's got 2 years. She's got 2 years to get out. I would hatch a plan for how I'm going to escape. In the UK, I don't know whether UK, US, if it's the UK, go uni. Like, you can get a student loan. It doesn't have to be funded by a parent. So it's fine. You can make a way for yourself. Like, that could be your escape route. In the US, I know that's an entirely different story money-wise, but make a plan to leave and start working. Get a part-time job, make your own money, because when you have money, you have independence.
Absolutely.
And even if all it does is get her outside of that house, that horrible environment, that's what I would do. So you've got 2 years or however, a year and a bit until you're 18, hatch a plan to leave forever and go no contact. Low is not good enough. Your mum doesn't care about you. Your mum actually, it shows that she had no intention of ever telling you the truth.
Yep.
Your mum is disgusting. She's actually worse than Drake. Drake is a piece of shit for telling you, like, now I can be my authentic self. And I can tell you, I never loved you, I never liked you, and I had no interest in raising you.
I feel like Drake has been consistently the same person.
But to hear it, but let me tell you something. Someone's behavior is very different from them actually telling you, like,
no, I know.
Do you know what?
But it's a relief.
I don't need to. It's a relief for him. But it's disgusting to be on the receiving end of that.
Yeah, but it kind of is a relief to the person. And I say that because when you finally hear this word, it's like, I know I wasn't crazy. Like, I know I wasn't crazy because the way you've been treating
16. She's not going to view it as a relief.
Yeah, it's not a relief at 16. And I say that because I found out some important news about myself at 15.
I did too, which is why I'm speaking from my point of view.
But and so at the time, you thought it was a relief.
It was a relief to me.
Yeah. I didn't. I'll be honest with you.
I didn't feel that.
I didn't. It confirmed my feelings.
Yeah.
Like, I think probably for yourself as well. It confirms, it's like, you know, when you think, oh, your partner's cheating, then you finally get the evidence. Like, you feel validated. You feel like your suspicions were confirmed and they were true.
Yeah.
But at 16, I don't think that you are old enough to fully comprehend the enormity and the full understanding of a situation like that. So whilst Marie says that, yes, she felt relieved, I think in that situation, like, you're more hurt than anything. You might have your feelings confirmed, but I think you're so emotional at 16 that you're just upset, you're hurt, you feel unwanted, you feel betrayed, you feel let down by the parent that was actually there for you, that doesn't seem to be concerned about your feelings. They're only concerned about being exposed. Like, I think that's what what OP is probably that's what OP is probably most concerned about right now. So I totally agree with May. Like, try and hatch a plan, and 2 years is long enough to maybe build connections, build ties with the family that she doesn't know of, like whether it's her dad or her dad's family. It's enough to get a little part-time job to set her up, even if it's money for rent later at 18, and then hopefully maybe even moving up in the job that she gets if she can't go to uni. Just thinking about alternative routes. But it is enough time for her to hatch a plan. But as a 16-year-old, I know right now, I remember being 16, I didn't even have the foresight to start planning like that. So it's really, really sad. I really hope that she's got at least one adult in her life that she can talk to about this, that can help her with her huge feelings, that can help her with this huge reveal. It's such a huge reveal to know that, wow, like, this man never really liked me. Like, yeah, I felt it, but he said it to my face. And also the fact that he's asked her to call her Drake. Call him Drake, yeah. That man ain't hiding anything.
That's why I said,
like, to the point where in that household, yeah, it's going to become very clear to everybody. And the thing is, if you've had siblings, unless they love and ride and die for you, it causes division. Like, they're calling Drake dad, and now all of a sudden, even they will question, why are you calling dad Drake? Like, that causes so much tension in a household. Like, just the domino effects of this all. I feel for her, honestly. I really feel for her.
Honestly, she needs to get a job and stack her money. Save her money. And it's mad because at 16, no one's thinking about, like, you know, good financial management. But that's going to be the key to the next steps of how her life unfolds. If she's able to save a bit of money, that's it. I can't even say, oh, maybe there might be an adult or there might be a family member that you can maybe go and live with. I don't know that she has that. But I do know if you get a job, save your money, it can help you leave. We do have 2 top comments. Your mother is a major asshole.
Yep.
Not to mention stepfather. Mum is just pissed her secret is out and you now know the truth she never wanted you to know. However, you finally understand what is going on. Make Drake as happy as you can. Find a grandparent, aunt, or even the person who finally told you the truth to live with while you finish school. It may piss your mother off, however, it will get you out of a shitty situation. There are a few assholes here, but OP isn't one. Comment 2. Hard agree. Mum seems to listen to Drake, so when you bring this up, he's gonna go gung-ho for it, and she will inevitably let it happen because, let's be honest, that man is significantly more important to her than you in her eyes, which she has made abundantly clear. I was gonna say very quickly from this story, it's really obvious that the mum centers men.
Yeah.
That whichever man in her life is present, that's more important than anybody else because it seems like she just doesn't have any care or feelings towards her firstborn child. Like, let's actually talk, it's her firstborn child. She was so keen on keeping this man that in quick succession, she had another child.
Yeah.
Like, he's more important than her child.
That's sad. I feel sorry for her, honestly. I really
She should have adopted. She should have put the baby up for adoption, the mum.
It's true.
Based on how she treated her, yeah, you're right.
It's true.
That would have been the best thing because she said she wanted to have the baby. Have the baby, but give it up for adoption because she's not a good mum. She's not a supportive mum. And she didn't protect OP. Also, reminds me of that telenovela that we watched with Tomas and
yes.
where the woman was unfortunately sexually assaulted and ended up giving birth to twins who weren't really twins from different dads.
Yeah.
And Tomas knew, but again, she wanted to put it out for adoption. Then she said, no, I want my baby. And that child that didn't belong to Tomas had a terrible childhood where he questioned if his dad loved him. And it was little things like him not holding his hand or saying, hold your brother's hand instead and all of this stuff. So it's traumatic for the child. But at the end of the day, she should have adopted. She should have put up that other twin for adoption because ultimately he didn't have a good life.
Yeah.
And that's OP. You can feel it. I'm telling you right now.
You know it.
You can feel when a parent just doesn't care for you. And okay, it's good that she's got confirmation now. That's good. However, it doesn't stop the hurt. It doesn't stop. If anything, it just solidifies it and it makes it worse because now he's got no fucks to give. He's like, call me Drake. I ain't your dad.
And the mum...
That's sad.
And the mum is okay with it.
It is incredibly sad, but you know, like I said, rise up, girl, and then you can throw your shots in. Don't you worry, you'll get your chance.
Oh, yeah, there's always time.
Yeah, you'll get your little shots. Don't you worry. The way life works and the balance that's given out, you'll get your shots.
Completely off topic, I'm going to ask you to do 3 things for me. 1, I need you to hit the subscribe button. It helps push our content out to people just like yourselves that enjoy our content. 2, I'm going to ask that you hype this video. It pushes our content out to more people as a smaller YouTube account. And the 3rd thing is I'm going to ask that you follow us on Instagram, TikTok and Facebook for more OP Said content.
Mine is from Am I the Arsehole? Am I the arsehole for telling my friend she can't come to my Halloween party? I throw a massive Halloween party / sleepover every year. Every year I have the same rule. If you are drinking, you are not driving.
Good rule.
If someone decides they don't want to spend the night, I would gladly pay for them to get an Uber / Lyft home. I also have friends who don't drink that always offer to be the DD of the evening. I do this to ensure everyone is safe and no one attempts to drive home inebriated. I do this for my New Year's party as well. This is a well-known and established rule that most of my friends accept. Well, until this year. I recently made a new friend who I'll call Jade. We met at work and got pretty close. She overheard me talking about the party to another friend and she asked me about it. I told her what I said above and she asked if she could attend. I told her yes, as long as she understood the rule I had in place. At the time, she was cool with it. Flash forward to today, the party is next weekend and I was going over the final head count when Jade approached me and asked if we could talk. I told her of course and asked what was up. Apparently, she had talked my rule over with her boyfriend, who told her I was being controlling by not wanting people to leave my house heavily intoxicated and attempting to drive themselves home. I explained my reasoning behind as such. Jade and I both work in a hospital. We see the horrors of drunk driving accidents on a regular basis, and Halloween is one of the worst nights for them. I would never be able to forgive myself if someone left my house drunk and got into an accident resulting in serious bodily harm or even death. Jade still says I'm being controlling, as it wouldn't be my fault if someone left and got hurt. I personally disagree, but I digress. She made it clear that when she came, she would have her drinks, fun, and would be driving herself home. I've seen Jade drink. She has 0 tolerance for alcohol. Poor girl can barely stand after half of a cocktail.
Whoa.
I told her that unfortunately, if she can't respect my rules, she can't attend.
That's correct.
Yeah.
She got very upset and called me a few choice words that I won't repeat here. Most people are on my side, but a few have said it's a weird hill to die on. I want to stand firm on my decision, but I'm wondering if I'm really going too far. So Reddit, am I the arsehole?
No.
Edit to add, where my husband and I live, we can be held liable if someone leaves our home drunk and gets into an accident and hurts / kills someone.
No, not the arsehole at all. OP is caring and they also have facts and they could be held liable for it. In terms of the facts, they are in the medical field. They understand. They've actually seen the worst of it, the actual repercussions of drink driving. Come on, you don't have to be a rocket scientist to understand the damage that can occur, and they're just trying to prevent it. And for the fact that they could be held liable, no. And the fact that new friend even had a few choice words that she had at being told that she can't attend. Why would you now invite her? She's been rude. And meanwhile, all OP's doing is trying to look out for her. What? She's not being controlling at all. No, I'm sorry. I would disinvite her again, and I would say absolutely not. You're never coming to. In fact, you are banned from all of my parties.
Not the arsehole. Is it by force that someone comes to my party?
Literally, I don't get it.
Like, how did that happen? When did people become entitled to other people's events?
Crazy.
I don't understand when that happened, and I don't like it. But no, definitely not the arsehole. It's not that serious. You can't come. That's it. You can't come because you're willing, despite all the knowledge that you have in the medical field, you're willing to put other people's lives at risk.
Yeah.
That's it. And it's very serious. I care about other people's health. And so I'm saying, no, you can't come.
Considering you were never invited and asked to be invited,
Exactly.
I think you should shut the hell up. And
Right.
also, you've got a few choice words for me, just know that's the end of our friendship.
Yeah. I think it's so irresponsible. Honestly, I'm not going to sit here and lie. I've been in a few cars with...
many.
But I know in my heart of hearts, it's not good. I really
shut
do.
up. If you've been in the car, you don't care. Like, what are you talking about? If you've brought yourself in,
I needed to
I've
get
been in the
home.
car one time, and I was like, I'm never doing this shit again. It was too scary going home. And I'm always sober, so I can see my life
you were
flashing.
drunk driving?
No, I wasn't drunk driving. I've been in a car with someone that's drunk driving.
Yeah.
And they were going in the same direction as cars going the opposite way.
I've never been
zigzagging through, laughing. I went home and I was like this. I said, never again. I'm never doing that shit. So, no.
Okay, so I must admit, I have been in a few cars or many or a lot of times with drivers that do drink. And I do know it's irresponsible. However, honestly, they are good drivers. That's the only way I can put it.
Do you know what? Honestly, drink driving.
But it's bad. I'm not gonna lie. Let me be very clear. OP is literally being responsible, and I think the new friend is irresponsible. And given that OP gave an example of how she gets intoxicated quickly, she shouldn't be driving home. Like, she should not be driving home at all. She doesn't sound like a good driver and potentially putting people at risk. And also for the fact that she works in the medical field, she knows better. She knows better. OP isn't being controlling or whatever the new friend's boyfriend is saying. She actually cares. And as May said, is it by force? I'm sorry, no. Like, bye.
I don't even know what the issue is here. Like, why would you talk to your boyfriend and now his opinion is the opinion that you are bringing forward to your friend? You were fine with it when you asked to be invited to the party, and now all of a sudden it's an issue.
Listen, I think OP's mate and her boyfriend can go to hell. That's it.
Have a party of your own. I don't understand. Have a party of your own or go to another party. It's not that serious.
Yeah, and if anybody decided to cuss me out like she did, we won't be friends anymore.
Yeah.
What's there to say? Like, you've decided to cuss me because I'm being responsible and you don't want to be. It's not by force that anyone comes to my party, comes to any event that I'm doing. And don't be so fucking entitled. Like, seriously, doesn't it all boil down to entitlement?
It does.
Top comment, it's a weird hill for Jade to die on. You don't need someone in your life who can't follow a request you make of your guests. And honestly, if we want to point out who's been controlling, it's her boyfriend.
Yeah.
Another comment, OP's house, OP's party, and OP literally said they would pay for an Uber. Yeah. Like, seriously, what the hell is there to complain about? The person's boyfriend is a moron.
I completely agree. I don't want to hear his voice. I don't want to hear his opinion on anything. It's a party. Can you stick by the rules? If you can't, don't worry about it.
Then don't go to said party.
Don't worry about it. It's not that deep. You've been pre-warned of how somebody wants to run their event. If you can't stand by it, if you can't abide by it, then don't worry about it.
Yeah. And OP honestly she covered everything. If you can't drive, you get Uber. Like, I've never been to a party hosted by someone like that before. I would be
It sounds fantastic. To be fair, I want to go.
Yeah, it sounds great. I'll be there. I won't be here arguing about the terms and conditions.
Yeah.
She's ungrateful. Leave her.
And we wouldn't be workmates either. I'll tell you that for free.
Bro, that'll be our last conversation.
That all falls into the friends category, man.
That's the last conversation
You're going to be my
having.
friend or nothing.
Yeah. Okay, so this dilemma is from Reddit. Ask Reddit. About 2 years ago, I was driving home from a family reunion pretty late at night and the drive was about 2 hours. I didn't stay the night because I had to be back for work the following day. Most of the drive was on roads with dense bushes and trees on either side. The real creepy ones you see a lot in movies. Anyway, I had been driving for about 45 minutes and I was starting to get really tired. You know how sometimes you just suddenly become really tired out of nowhere? Well, yeah. That happened to me. I knew I wasn't going to last, but I didn't come across any place where I felt I could park and safely sleep. Anyway, after it became clear to me that I wasn't going to find a place to pull up and my tiredness wasn't going anywhere, I did something very questionable. I pulled over to the side of the road onto the grass behind some bushes to try and hide my car from anybody else who was going to come past. the roads were pretty empty, I came across another car every few minutes or so. I made a mental note that the time was 11:22 and then I fell asleep. Sometime later, I was awoken by a scratching sound. I looked at the clock, 11:50. The sound stopped after a few seconds, and because I was still extremely tired, I didn't bother looking around and simply went back to sleep. I was later awoken by the same sound, and it was 12:40. This time, it really freaked me out because the sound didn't stop. The thought ran across my mind that it was just an animal inspecting the car. But why would it return almost an hour after it had left the previous time? I looked in the rearview mirror and just managed to catch a glimpse of something running away into the forest. Now, at the time, I thought it was the damn hook killer. You know, the one that scratched a couple's cars, then slaughtered the guy when he got out to investigate. Fuck that, I thought to myself, so I got the hell out of there. There was a bend no more than 100 yards up the road, and as I came around it, there was a fucking car parked off to the side of the road with the driver's side door open. I slowed down just to look to see if anyone was there. There wasn't. Then I looked into my rearview mirror. I didn't see anything, and all of a sudden, this guy comes sprinting around the corner. He starts screaming at me, shouting stuff like, hey you, get the fuck out of the car now. I drove the fuck out of there and sped off. I never saw the guy again. Moral of the story? Don't fucking sleep on the side of a deserted road.
I didn't need to hear that story to know that was the moral of the story. Are you mad?
I know.
Have we not watched enough films to know that that's not...
I know, but they were tired.
And then you're telling me casually about a murderer.
I know. It's true.
You must be mad.
But when you're tired, driving while tired, that is dangerous.
2 occasions, I was like, when I'm tired, I normally like, let me call somebody so that I can have a conversation.
Yeah.
But when you're on the motorway and you put down the windows, because they say like fresh air helps, then you just hear that sound of the motorway.
Yeah,
you need to pull your windows up, so that's not an option.
Oh yeah, of course.
So you can't do loud music. You need to talk to someone.
It's true.
Guys, ask me why I was on the motorway and it was a straight line for 12 kilometers. Do you know how long that is? Why did I fall asleep? And when I looked up, I'm heading towards, those signs, and I'm about to smash into the sign.
Whoa.
I said, let me go and park in one Burger King and sleep for 30 minutes because otherwise, would I be here? It will be the 2 of you.
No.
I was about to wrap
God
myself.
forbid.
No, that was so scary. And I was like, that woke me up though. You see the green and you're like, woo!
I can imagine.
And it was nighttime.
Do you know how many parts of this story woke me up?
No,
That's
driving whilst
so
tired
scary.
is a killer. No, but it's a killer though. A lot of people do die.
But this is
So
why I'm
they do
a
need
passenger
to-
princess.
Yeah, I love being a
always.
passenger.
I'm not
Love
a
it.
driver.
I was built for that shit, bro. I can sing to you. I can have conversations with you. I was made for that. I love it.
Yeah, I've got a license, but there's no need to use it. I'm a good passenger.
She's a bad passenger.
I'm a good passenger.
Yeah, no, she isn't.
I
May
used
falls
to-
asleep as
I-
soon as she gets
I
into a
used to be
car.
good.
Like, she is lights out, all out. Forget you're even there. You might as well be an Uber driver for her. She's the worst passenger.
I used to be really good.
What occurred?
When the tiredness hit.
It's so true.
You're ridiculous.
Oh, but speaking of something weird that happened, did I ever tell you the time? It didn't happen to me, but did I ever tell you the time that my one of my friends, Nels, she told me when she was in her flat and she was sleeping.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, someone's knocking at her door. Did I tell you?
No.
Yeah, okay. So she said she woke up in the middle of the night. It was maybe like, I think she said it was like midnight. She crashed out about midnight. She said she hears like soft knocks on the door, like really soft, to the point that she was like, am I dreaming?
Yeah.
And then someone lifts up her letterbox and he's like, let me in.
Hey!
Oh, no, I think you did say that.
Let
Yeah.
me in.
Oh, yeah, that's when I'm
And she
gonna
said she was in her bed, just like thinking, who is saying that? And she said the person was there for a good 15 minutes. Like, I know you're in there. You're in your room. Let me in. I said,
would
girl, you
clutch
see
my
me.
pearls.
Clutch your pearls.
I'll clutch my pearls.
999.
Yeah.
There's someone at the front of my door trying to kill me
Whoa.
about let me in. What are you going to do when you get here?
That's
Nonsense.
crazy.
Yeah, every so often I think about that story like it happened to me.
Did she get a Ring doorbell afterwards?
No, she told me that story like it was a light
conversation.
Conversation
Crazy.
light. Like something, it was like she was telling me a joke. At the end of it, I was like, I'm sorry, where's the punchline? This is scary. Have you reported it? And she's like, no, man, it's not going to come back. How do you know?
No.
I was like, no, girl, you are taking this way too lightly.
We just watched the latest episode of SVU. There's a woman who gets essayed and she doesn't want to report it.
Yeah.
But
as a lot of them
No, sorry. Actually, no, she does report it, but she doesn't want it to go any further. And they find out there's a janitor that works for the building, and he is he's an immigrant, so he's not supposed to be there. But he does say, I know what happened. I know who did it, because I also not only saw him, but there's a camera that the person didn't know about, because he was able to avoid all the other cameras, but there's one that he managed to miss.
Yeah.
And it turns out it's the landlord. Like
Look at me giving a whole story away. Well done,
but
girl.
it just reminded me of that story about Nella. Like, he literally lets himself in, but he always has an excuse. He's somewhere else, and then he drives for hours to essay and then goes back. And because he's done it before in another building that he owns, and then he comes across as the most helpful landlord. He gives all the paperwork of anybody that's ever rented his place. So he looks like he's so helpful, he's so concerned, but that's his MO. So that's what...
We have really strayed, guys. Do you know what my dilemma was about?
God.
It's my car.
Okay, cool.
I gave. It was scary, though.
No.
So we stayed on topic.
Okay.
But
Yes, it's on brand.
Okay.
you guys should watch SVU. It's so good.
Who doesn't watch SVU? If you don't watch SVU, I'm so sorry. We
I
cannot
don't
be
think
friends.
I could trust you.
Like, we can't be friends.
Don't listen to these heifers, man. Don't listen to them. You guys can. No. Let me tell you something, yeah?
No.
Let me tell you the story of how they started watching SVU. Let me tell you the story, right? One day, so I started watching SVU because I always used to fall asleep on my couch. I'll watch a program, which used to be Chicago PD and then something else, but not SVU at the time. But then on Sky, they have SVU running every day. And when it stops, they start again. They go from season 1. I think Channel 5 does it as well. Anyway, one day I watched this episode and I was like, nah, this is a good episode. So I go to the twins because whenever I've got something to talk about, I'm like, guys, you have to watch this. I force them to watch these things with me. Yeah. And I was like, you have to watch this episode with me and I want to see your reactions. So we watch it. This one here, it's all right. It's all right. God, it's all right. It looks a bit old. Why does it look so old?
No, but it was like season 1 or...
No, it wasn't. It was season 16.
Okay, it was still looking grainy.
Fantastic season as well, by
Season
the way.
16.
It was
and
one of
it
the best
literally
seasons.
was... Obviously, Stabler wasn't in it anymore. It was... who was the Hispanic one that became her partner?
I can't remember what his name was.
Yeah, but anyway, it was him. And Olivia has a friend who is in the FBI and they're looking at this murder and it ends up being the FBI agent. That's the first episode you guys ever watched of it. It was almost in an interview like... It's not a normal SVU episode.
Okay.
It's like an interview-like episode.
Because it was just interrogation after
It was
interrogation.
interrogation after interrogation. They went for someone and then it ended up being like, hold on a second, how do you know this information? Then it turned on the FBI agent.
That's
So it
always
was one
how
of
they
those-
get them.
Yeah, so basically it was one of those episodes. So it wasn't even a typical SVU episode, but I showed it to them because I was like, this is crazy. And then I showed them another episode, but this girl here, she's like, why is the TV?
No.
It was looking
like it was from 1984.
She wasn't involved. She was like, it looks a bit old. She was talking about the quality of the TV show. The quality wasn't matching the HD that she had.
Yeah.
I said, okay. Mabe was like, this was a fantastic episode. We talked about it, chit-chatted. I go home. Weeks go by. Then all of a sudden, one day, I'm just hearing, I'm on season 3 of SVU's Gucci Night. I said, what in the hell?
Fell in love.
From that day forth, now it's the show that we all watch. These times I've been watching it and I was like, I love it. It's so good.
If you do not know and love SVU,
we can't be friends.
We've got nothing to talk about.
It's actually mad.
We can't
These
be
girls,
friends.
the way when I would, and they did the same thing to FBI. I was like, FBI is so good.
yeah.
They were like, this is not the type of show that we watch.
Yeah, it's a bit dry.
Over the summer, what did they do? Watch season 1 to 8.
Yeah,
We did.
finished.
And now it's
lovely.
I love Maggie. I love Maggie.
We do love Maggie. Yeah, that's
I can't believe
And I hate
it. And the
what's
way
his
you're just
name?
like,
Zinedine.
if you don't watch FB,
I still stand by it. I still stand by it. No, but it's a good show. It's a good show.
We really lost our way.
and that's what the people love.
It's true. It's true. It's true.
Okay, so my story, it comes from Scary Stories. Stalked by a killer. I haven't shared this before, but it's been on my mind. In high school, a friend's mum was going out of town. She planned on having people over, but for whatever reason, it ended up being her and I having a sleepover. She may have cancelled the party plans to not get in trouble. Regardless, everyone in the small town knew about it. About midnight, we heard scraping sounds coming from the back bedroom. We thought it was a friend trying to freak us out. It continued, but we didn't see anything. This went on for a while and we were getting scared. We peeked out and saw this person's head in the large front window. He had a distinctive hairstyle, so we knew who it was. It was a very quiet guy that was always around but seemed out of it. No one really knew his story, but he was always on the fringes of things. We thought he was weird, but harmless. So we called the police and they looked around. They found pry marks on the back bedroom window frame. We told them who we saw in the window. Nothing else happened that night, but we were pretty scared. Cut to a few years later, the person that was stalking us that night broke into a house and brutally murdered a woman that lived alone. It was a town tragedy. The family ended up tearing down the house and leaving an empty lot. I'll never forget seeing the shadow of his head in that window.
Whoa. I would have been terrified forever. Not really looking at us, pleased with her story selection.
I don't do Halloween, but if you put me to work, I'll find them.
Damn.
Mine is a submission. I love your podcast.
Thanks.
You're so real and helpful with your submissions. And I was hoping you could help me with how to heal from a broken heart. No one around me is giving me any helpful advice on how to move on. It's just anger and insults directed at the man. I started talking to him in March 2025, and it felt like everything I had been wanting. Before he came into my life, it was cold, lonely, and nothing like what people portray online. Most nights I cry myself to sleep because of how lonely and inadequate I feel. He made me laugh, created playlists for me, sent long paragraphs, and made me smile again. Fast forward to the end of September, our calls got shorter and he started acting nonchalant. Then last Saturday, the 27th, he told me he wasn't over his ex and that we should break up. Later, he came back saying he had made a mistake, that he takes it back and that he could do better. Today, I asked him if he still wanted this, and his response was, I'm here, ain't I?
Hey!
This hey!
Isn't it an adequate response though?
It's shocking, to be fair. I told him it was a rubbish response.
Yeah.
And instead of reassuring me, he focused on me calling it rubbish and said I was disrespecting him.
Sure.
That's when I told him we should go our separate ways and that he should send my things back to me. The good times were amazing, but the bad times, even though short, made me feel just like I did before meeting him, crying myself to sleep and feeling like I wasn't enough, even though I was giving my best with visits, gifts, cooking, cleaning, and so much more. Now I keep wondering, did I rush things? Should I apologize? I couldn't even work today. I went out for lunch and ended up crying into my food. Did I overreact? Should I apologize? I'm 26. He's 29. I feel like it might not get better than this because so many Ghanaian men seem nonchalant and emotionally detached. I don't know anything else. I'm sorry this submission feels all over the place, but I don't know how to heal. Don't know if I can. Maybe it's too much. Maybe I'm too much. Or I love too deeply and it comes off as overwhelming. Please help.
I heard Ghana man and I checked out. I'm so sorry.
Garnered?
Okay, wait.
unbiased. Let's be unbiased here.
Unfortunately, you talked to you. I'm so glad that you sent in your dilemma. When you said Ghana, my eye almost started twitching for you.
Okay, I'm going to try and give some good advice. Girl, when he had an opportunity to make you feel wanted, to make you feel seen, and make you feel appreciated and reassure you and let you know that you are first choice, he said, aren't I here? As if that's enough. Just his presence is enough. Any relationship that you get in, you do want more. And you do deserve more as well. Not just somebody's presence. That's not enough. And to be honest, my history of dating Ghanaian men, they're romantic. So this one that you came to pick up, sorry, you can actually do better. I'm telling you, I have dated enough to know that they're actually quite... What we've experienced, what a lot of my friends have experienced, they're really romantic people. So just saying my presence is enough, this is the gift, that's actually not what we've experienced. So there is hope that you can get better. If somebody makes you feel as awful as you felt before, that is a sign. That's a sign that that's not your person. I don't want you to apologize. Please don't apologize. There's nothing to apologize for. I don't want you to go back to him because you deserve better. And as I said, you can get better. There are better men than that. I don't want you to overthink things. I think by nature we overthink, but I just think that relationship, it lasted as long as it did. And I actually really commend the fact that you recognize that his response wasn't good enough.
Yeah.
His response wasn't good enough. And based on that, you made the right decision in moving forward without him. Don't go back. And let me tell you something. For every time a woman or a man, anybody goes back on a relationship to a partner where they actually had the power, they walked away, they looked determined, they looked like they knew exactly what they wanted, it's really easy for the partner who takes you back to respect you less now, because actually your words, everything that you said and did, it doesn't really mean anything because you came back, didn't you?
Yeah.
And also for the fact that I think it started in March, ended in September. That's 6 months, yeah? 6 months.
It's enough.
You're already having problems. He's pulled away, and then he says that he's here. Is that not enough? Like, you have insight into what the future's going to be like. In 6 months, it hasn't been sweet, sis. Please, you deserve better. So you originally started by saying that most of your family and friends, all they do is criticize the guy, and you wanted, I guess, more practical advice. So what I would say is
dating apps.
Well, if you're ready to date, I was actually thinking about more so like right now in terms of getting over that relationship, like focus on yourself, get your head down, maybe journal, maybe do therapy, just try to get over that relationship before even entertaining and speaking to somebody else. And I guess be clear as to like what worked, what didn't, just for yourself and for future relationships. But I'm really glad that you do recognize that what he provided wasn't good enough, and someone that makes you feel, I guess, do you know what I hate?
Shit.
That you can feel lonely in a relationship. Anyone that makes you feel that way, it's not for you. And I just feel like there's so much content out there, and it even starts from our parents, our generations. We've really been conditioned to make anything work, and you've experienced it within 6 months and it hasn't been sweet. Sis, you are well within your rights to walk away and stay hidden. Like, walk away and don't go back. It sounds like you know you made the right decision. When it was good, it was good. But when it was bad, it was really, really bad. So stay away and just heal. Take that time to heal from that relationship. And when you're ready, then go out there. That's the only advice I can say, because getting another one, I don't believe in that. I've always been a huge believer in healing yourself first, making yourself whole before jumping into something else. Like, don't get me wrong. I know some people say the best way to get over one guy is to get underneath one. I'm here for it. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm here for it. But at the same time, it depends on what kind of person you are. Some people then make that person their rebound, their boyfriend, and then that doesn't work out, and then it becomes a cycle. So I always suggest, and honestly, my advice is always like heal first and then entertain later. So that's my advice.
I agree. I think I really felt for you when you said, maybe I'm too much. Maybe
No,
you're not.
You're not.
No, I'm with you.
What?
I hate when people say that.
Yeah,
You're not too much. Go and find less.
Yeah, that I'm too much, or maybe I love too deeply and it comes off overwhelming. No. I think that somebody out there is going to appreciate that love, and somebody is going to appreciate the way you love, the way you feel, the way you make them feel. And it's so sad that someone left you thinking that you are not enough in some way. So I agree partly with what Melinda said, because I did this, and I did it for a good 4 years. Like, I went celibate, I didn't date, I really started to do the things.
Numbers are reducing. I thought it was 7.
No. It was 7, but I was dating for 3 years.
That one.
Oh, okay.
So I dated for 3 years, but for 4 years I didn't date at all.
Oh, okay.
So I'm saying like 4 years,
Guys,
I was
the
just
numbers
like,
have shifted.
No, the numbers have not shifted. I was celibate for 7.
Okay. Oh, okay.
But I didn't date.
I thought that there was the little holiday.
Yeah, that was after the 7. It's after the 7 years. We went outside.
Oh,
we were
right.
outside.
Guys, we're new things.
But for 4 years, I dated no one. But it's because I was so young. I was fresh out of uni, and I was like, this relationship damn near ruined me.
I hear that.
And I need to make sure that no one can lick me like this again, because I went legally blind, legally deaf. I lost all my senses. I'm not going to lie. It nearly ruined me. God. And I recognized it. And I was like, do you know what? No one can have that sort of power on you again. You need to get to know yourself. You need to know what your boundaries are. Yep. So I literally spent the next 4 years getting to know myself. And this is who I am now. But I took a lot of time doing things like, I went to salsa dancing. I went to like different classes. I did things to see what I enjoyed. And I suggest that for you, whether it's a paint class and actual things to do rather than just coming home and thinking about your feelings or thinking about how you feel, or even dwelling on the relationship that you've just come out of. I do think it's really important to have an active activity that you do and you could focus on apart from work, apart from hanging out with your friends, something that you can call your own, whether it's going to dance classes, strip dance classes, whatever it might be. Find something that you think you might enjoy. And if you don't find that thing, try and do different things, pasta making classes, something so that you can find joy again. And I think the search for joy will be something that could keep you distracted whilst healing. Another thing that I did, I gave myself 30 days. And 30 days to actually have a routine. And I don't know if you guys watch Grey's Anatomy.
The 30 days is to get over.
To cry or whatever.
Or what was the 30 days? What was the 30 days
they say in 30 days you get over someone. Like you can,
if you
feel like you're going.
That's the part that you didn't say.
I guarantee that on day 1 it will be so tough, but by day 30 you'll feel so much better. You might not be completely healed, but you will not be where you're at on day 1. And I'll give you an example. I'll put the episode of Grey's Anatomy where Callie and Arizona went to therapy, and Arizona wanted a break from Callie, and they stayed in the house, remember? And they were like, we're not going to talk to each other. We're not going to do anything. We're just going to live our separate lives. And by the end of those 30 days, Callie wanted a divorce from Arizona because she found herself again, and she found that being with Arizona was actually holding her back. So give yourself 30 days to get over this breakup and actively do what you need to do to get over it. You can cry, you can talk to your friends about it, but I guarantee you on the 30th day, you'll feel so much better if you don't already. And then when you finish that date, go on dates, man.
Yeah. And try app dating. I'm recommending app dating because it sounded like you've made your world smaller by believing that you won't find other type of varied guys and different types of guys that you can date. Jump on an app and try dating people that aren't exactly your type, but have your non-negotiables.
Girl, that's going to be hard. 3 years I did it. I still never found anyone on the app. But I had the best time dating.
Exactly.
And I had the best time dating.
It sounds like she needs experience.
Yeah,
she needs to experience more men
dating
as well, right?
Yeah, so. I do think you do need to. I always say jump on the apps, but I understand why people don't, because it is quite a traumatic experience being on the app sometimes. Because the men, they're mad. They are mad. Eyes opening. No, they are mad. Like some of the stories I have.
They are.
Hey, I went on 73 dates, and I've got it in my journal. Sometimes when I read back at some of my dates, I'm like, girl, you went through it. You could have walked out of at least 10 dates, and I only walked out of one. I stayed still and listened and participated in dates I didn't need to. But I really loved the experience for me. I don't feel like I missed out on anything. So I do recommend dating. And online for me was that, because between going from my house to the hairdressers, I wasn't meeting anyone. There was no one on the way to work and back from work. And they say you can meet your partner on the plane, not the people that sit next to me, on the planes and the buses. So I wasn't going to meet him on the train. I wasn't going to meet him on the plane. I can only go on the apps. So, yeah.
No, that's fair.
Hopefully that has helped.
Okay, so the last story is a submission, and this is a jaw-dropping story. Hello, my name is Mel. I've been keeping a secret for so long, and I think it's finally time to get it off my chest. It all started back in high school. I had a friend. Let's call him George. George was a quiet type, mostly kept to himself and didn't say much. We became friends after he lent me one of his extra school uniforms when mine was stolen. After that, we'd hang out after classes and on weekends, chill during prep and share things with each other. George always used to tell me how his mum's cooking was the best thing ever. He would often mention how much he missed food from home, but I never paid much attention to it. One day, during visitation day at school, George said that he'd saved some food from home for me. I didn't think much of it and just said, cool. Later that day, in a dorm, I tried some of the roasted meat he bought, and wow, I was blown away. I didn't know meat could be that soft, sweet, and tender. I asked him if he had more, but he said no. During the holidays, he invited me to his place and said his mum would be cooking again. I was all in. When I got there, his family were really welcoming. His parents, 2 sisters and 1 brother. They were so sweet and treated me like part of the family. The food was just as amazing as before. I've eaten in many restaurants and hotels, but nothing compared to theirs. By the 5th time I visited his house, it was usually on Saturdays, things took a downturn. The routine was the same: say hi, chill in George's room for a bit, then head to the dining room. But this time, after finishing my bowl of soup, I bit down on something hard. It wasn't a bone. It was a tooth, a human tooth. I didn't say anything at first. Maybe someone's tooth.
And why not?
I didn't say anything at first. Maybe someone's tooth had accidentally fallen in. But after lunch, I pulled George aside and told him what I found. He told me to brush it off, but I couldn't. I said I couldn't be friends with him anymore. And that's when he told me the truth. His family were cannibals. And not just them. They were part of a whole network of people, friends, neighbours, in-laws. He said they usually ate recently deceased people, but on certain occasions, they preferred the meat fresh. Guys, think of the best pork you've ever had, ever. Now multiply that by 5. That's how good the meat was. I was disgusted, sick to my stomach, betrayed. I didn't speak to George for the entire next school term. But the problem was, I think I got hooked. No beef, no chicken, no fish, nothing tasted as good as what I'd had at his home. I couldn't stop the craving, like an alcoholic who knows a drink will kill them but drinks anyway. I didn't care. I reached out to him again during the holidays, and it's now been 7 years that we've been eating together. Here's the thing, I have a girlfriend now. One vulnerable night I decided to come clean to her. Big mistake. She cut me off, blocked me, and said she'll call the police if I ever came near her again. I really want to stop eating human flesh, but I can't. I'm addicted. I don't even know if rehab will help with something like this. What can I do?
I'm not going to lie, I think you sent this submission to the wrong podcast.
Oh, this is an actual submission.
I'm not going to lie. I don't have any advice. I don't have any advice for that. It's way out of my abilities. Yeah, I don't. I'm going to leave it to the comments because I don't have it. And I'm not going to try and fill it with words because I don't know what you're going through. There's nothing in this world I want less than being a cannibal. Yeah.
This is sickening.
It's not for me.
But there are communities though.
Yeah, and I think
help,
you should
so seek them.
I think you should seek ex-cannibal eaters.
Yeah.
And then ask them how they got out of it.
Yeah.
I want you to tell me why this was the best place to send this. No. This wasn't it.
Have we suggested that we're inclined? I'm confused.
Let me tell you something, yeah?
I'm confused.
I'm a vegan.
Yeah, I was going to say, we're vegans.
Like, I actually
Literally, we
don't eat meat. I haven't eaten meat for
How old's your son?
2018.
It's 7 years for me now.
I haven't eaten any animal for 7 years.
Yeah, I feel like I'm so sorry that we gave you the impression that this was the best place to send this submission.
That this was a safe space.
It 100% is a safe space.
Not for this.
Not for this.
But it's just not what we do.
At all.
Because I'm not part of that community, so I can't give you advice about it. I eat meat, but I don't eat
human flesh.
Other human flesh. So because of that, I feel like we're not the best people to even advise you. I can say though, try and go, like I said, to cannibal eaters and see how they stopped and what they did to stop eating. Maybe they could give you other animals that taste like human flesh. I don't know. But yeah, it's just not, it's completely out.
I have absolutely nothing to say other than seek help online. There will be definitely communities out there. I think there's a community for everything, honestly, I really do. Even if it's the dark web, like go over there.
But honestly, it doesn't sound like you want to stop. Like, this is not giving I want to stop. It's just giving you want it to be.
He does. He does want to. I really want to stop eating human flesh, but I can't.
Okay, well.
He's addicted. So I say, honestly, go online and may the Lord be with you. Okay?
Do you know what? This reminds me of the film that we were telling you to watch. I've forgotten the name, but there is this brilliant film where it's this...
I looked it up just before we came here. I think it's called What Can I Do? Or something like that. It came out in 2023.
Okay.
Brilliant.
Should I say what it's about?
No, but just watch it. If you're into that kind of stuff.
Do you know what? By the time this episode comes out, we're going to put it on and it's all going to make sense to you as to why we highly recommend that you watch this film. Not OP, by the way. This is just the audience. OP, I don't know what to tell you. I haven't got anything for you.
The film is called What You Wish For. It is brilliant. It's a 6.7 IMDb. Phenomenal. And it has cannibal themes in there. It is amazing. When I say it took a turn. Same as this story. Same as this very story. But yeah, good luck and Godspeed. But we do have a response to the story. I'm sorry, is this a prank? Also, where's the human flesh coming from? The listener responded, what made you think this was a prank? Main sources are the cemetery and the mortuary. Response, this is a truly unbelievable story.
Do you know what the thing is? I've consumed so much true crime content to know that things like this do happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I just couldn't believe it came into our inbox.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I couldn't believe.
That's crazy. And also, for anybody that does take the time to listen, don't send more of these. We don't want this kind of information. We don't want this story. We don't want this dilemma. It's a themed episode
and I felt like it fitted in.
It's true. No, it was appropriate. It was
appropriate for today, but it's not appropriate for...
Ever.
Yeah.
And yeah, like I said, we're just not the place for it. Unfortunately, I don't have any advice. Well, the only advice I had was what I gave you.
Yeah.
Good luck.
It was solid advice. And obviously with that, it's the end.
Cut the cameras.
The cameras, man.
Thank you for sticking around until the end.
Yes.
Obviously, we've got episodes every single... And do you know what? Let me tell you something. I actually need to do this plug because I feel like I noticed that the numbers actually drop. This is a bonus episode.
Yes.
Guys, we have a bonus episode every last Wednesday of the month at 5 p.m. UK time. I really have to do this shout out specifically because you guys are now really regularly aware of our Monday episodes, but we do also have this bonus episode, and this bonus episode always has lower views, and I just think it's because you guys don't know.
Yep.
I think, and do you know what? It's not I think, I know at this point, because I see in the comments, oh wow, bonus episode. And I'm like, guys, we've been doing this for months now. Like,
it's
come
true.
on. Every Wednesday, last Wednesday of the month, there is a bonus episode.
It's true.
Please tune in. And also, do you know what? Let me also do a request. Can you guys hype every single video of ours? What the YouTube hypes are is it allows smaller accounts with less than 500k subscribers, less than 500k subscribers to increase reach to allow us to be viewed by new audiences. Basically, it pushes, what YouTube does is it gives smaller accounts an opportunity to push their content so that more people can see their content. It pushes our content out to the masses, the more hypes that we get. So please, guys, give us more hypes. Also, please actually watch our bonus content when it's out every last Wednesday of the month.
And on that note, happy Halloween! Thanks for tuning in.
Bye.
Bye.
I only know 25 letters of the alphabet.
Okay.
Okay. I don't know why.
After that, we've hung out. After classes.
Hang.
Okay. After that,